Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be talking about the fights that the UFC has announced recently. It was last week or maybe the week before. They've announced a couple fights. Um, and yeah, we're gonna be starting off with Yuri Prochazka and Carlos Oberg, a fight that was heavily rumored and a fight that makes me want to do very homosexual things to the first male that I see in my sight. So you better stay away from me. Um, This fight is literally nutworthy. Um, love this fight. It was heavily rumored before. Um, and yeah, literally as soon as the UFC announced Joshua Van and Tessero Tyra, everybody was like, yeah, Yuri versus Olberg has to be the one. And the best thing about this is that fucking Alex Pereira is going to make history, and I'm here for it. Alex Pereira, in my opinion, beats Cyril Gahn and beats Tom Aspinall. In my opinion, right now. The only thing I would be scared of is if he starts getting old. I mean, depends on how much time. If he fights Cyril Gahn for the interim title, then that would make me more scared of his fight against Tom Aspinall. But if he fights John Jones at like the White House or something, or just as an exhibition fight, then I think literally a part of me genuinely thinks that Alex Pereira beats John Jones. And I don't know if I'm glazing. I don't know if it's just because I'm a John Jones hater. But I genuinely do think that Alex Pereira could make history as the first three weight class champion. He could be a literal triple champ. We've never heard of that ever in the history of the UFC. And Alex Pereira literally has a chance to do that. But yeah, anyways, enough of the Alex Pereira glaze. Yuri Prochazka and Carlos Oberg. I'm going to be giving my early predictions. I don't want to say too much about this fight because it is the next pay-per-view. Well, it's the next numbered event that we have. So I don't want to like give away my predictions like too much. But I do think Yuri Prochazka is going to win. Yeah, I just feel like his style is something that Carlos Oberg has never seen in his whole UFC career. Um, and yeah, you can literally beat up Yuri Prochazka for the first 2 rounds, and the rest of the fight you're fucked because you're gonna be gassed out. That's exactly what happened with Khalil Roundtree. I was praising Khalil Roundtree to beat Yuri Prochazka, and it's not that Khalil let me down. It's just that I underestimated Yuri. And I remember saying if you don't finish Yuri, you're gonna get fucked. He's known for his comebacks. He got beat the first 2 rounds against what's his name, Khalil Roundtree, and then came back the third round and knocked him out. I just feel like it's like who wouldn't want Yuri Prochazka as the champion? Who would rather want Carlos Oberg? No, Yuri Prochazka is the best thing that could happen in the light heavyweight divisions besides Alex Pereira. And the only thing about Yuri Prochazka winning this fight, it would just be like, well, he's only the champion because Alex is gone, because Alex has already beat Yuri twice. So it is kind of a rough situation with him, but he's like this. He's the second best champion we could have right now in the light heavyweight division. So be grateful. I don't want to give my thoughts on Joshua Van Tatsuro Tyra yet. I just want to do like, well, you know what? Fuck it. Joshua Van's winning. Yep, there you go. Okay, no, for real. I've I feel like this is like a remake of Joshua Van versus another. Forgot the guy's name, but he fought a different grapple. Ray, what? I don't know who it was. Ray Saruya. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of. I feel like it's literally just another version of that, except Tatsuro Taira is better. But I still think that Joshua Van is gonna be able to piece him up on the feet. Yeah. the Brandon Moreno win that Tatsuro Taira has isn't really aging well after the terrible performance that he just had. And if you're looking for a video of the breakdown of UFC Mexico, fuck off. You're not getting it. Go watch Bedtime MMA or fucking Opera. You're not finding that shit here. Yeah. I feel like Joshua Van's going to be able to piece up Tatsuro Taira and also, you know, stuff all of the takedowns. And, you know, I feel like he's going to be able to keep the fight standing. As I always say with Joshua Van, because he's that good. But yeah. The Curtis Blades, Josh Hockett was a fight that I was really confused about, but I understand why they're doing it because Josh Hockett is the only heavyweight contender who's actually knocking people out. He's undefeated and he has a personality. He's literally like the next Chael Sonnen. But I think they're pushing him way too much. Curtis Blades is a different animal. He had a mid fight against Rizvan Cunha, but he openly said that he was injured that fight, and I believe it because he genuinely looked off. And he was still able to beat Rizvan Cunha. Even though Rizvan Cunha isn't that good, the fact that you're injured and you're still beating a top guy who was coming from a different organization, then that says a lot about Curtis Blades. So yeah. Patricio Pitbull and Aaron Pico. I am so excited for this fight. I feel like Aaron Pico is going to get it done because I'm not a fan of the way Pitbull has been fighting his last two fights. I feel like he's been way too slow, way too, just old. He came to the UFC late in his career, and I feel like Aaron Pico, that loss against Lerone Murphy shouldn't, I mean, he got slimed the fuck out, but still, I mean, he still has a lot of potential. I see him doing good. Dominic Reyes, Johnny Walker, nutworthy fight. Azamat Murzakanov, Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa moving up to light heavyweight finally. Ooh, Cub Swanson, we got back. How is this man not cut from the UFC? Wasn't Vicente Luque in welterweight? Hold up, am I tripping? I thought Luque was welterweight. He's welterweight. Yeah, he lost it. What the fuck? Why is he in welterweight? Is he that big that he's like? Hold up. Yes, 170. Holy shit! Why is he fighting 191-pound Kelvin Gastelum? This guy's gonna get literal pancaked. Oh gosh, I'm not wanting to see that fight. Yeah, we got Tatiana Suarez, Lupe Godinez. This literally could be a 9 fight card overall. Like, Neil Dariush, I don't know why the fuck you're in the featured fight. Get out of my face. I would rather see Curtis Blade. I would rather see Kevin Holland and Randy Brown over that. And that fight is also very good. Yeah, those are just early predictions that I have for this fight. I feel like Yuri Prochazka's gonna win. Joshua Van, Curtis Blades, Aaron Pico. I don't want to give away too much because this is the next numbered fight that we have. Next up, we got JDM coming back after his loss to the GOAT, the sport, Islam Makhachev. Coming back against Carlos Prates, who just had a nasty knockout over Leon Rocky Edwards. Sent Leon to the Shadow Realm. And yeah, my early predictions is probably, I don't know why I'm fence hitting it as much as I am. But I think JDM is going to win. And I feel like the odds are going to be in favor of JDM. I feel like JDM is a way better version of Ian Gary and a way smarter version of Ian Gary. And yeah, I just feel like this is a big step up this is a big step up compared to Leon Edwards and Jeff Neal. Like, Leon Edwards is washed as fuck. Geoff Neal is coming off of a knockout loss again, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, against I forgot the guy's name, but yeah, he just got knocked out like a week or two ago. So, yeah. I think JDM is going to win. Um and if Islam stays the champion, I would think that JDM is going to have to get another fight after this win if he does win. If Carlos, I do see a world where Carlos Prates just slimes him out. With the fighting nerd plot armor. Um, and yeah, just I don't know, man. Anything could literally happen. This is what I love about the UFC, that it's so unpredictable. You never know what's gonna happen. You could think that one person's gonna win, and then he just comes in with a completely different mindset that you wait a completely different mindset than you thought he was gonna have, and then he just gets slimed out. So you just literally never know. But yeah, my early prediction is JDM. He's just way too crisp with the boxing. He's way too crisp with the takedown defense, even though, yes, he got wrestle fucked by Islam, but that's literally the best wrestler in the UFC besides probably Hamzat. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna pick JDM. I may be fence sitting that. I'm not sure yet. It's just, yes, JDM is gonna win. Okay. Joaquin Buckley and Sean Brady. Tyler the Creator is back. Tyler the fucking Creator, dude. Look at this man. You can't tell me that's not Tyler from like 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Dude. Sean Brady and Joaquin Buckley. So I'll break down the styles. Sean Brady is, well, first of all, I want to say that this is a very good fight for it being on the Meta Apex. This is a very good Apex fight. I would much rather see this in like a featured fight of a numbered event. Like, imagine if we had Brady versus Buckley instead of Beneil Dariush and Manuel Torres. That would be literally 10 out of 10 pay-per-view. But yeah, Sean Brady, heavy wrestler. He's got decent striking. He submitted Leon Edwards, which, as we were saying, he's washed. He is coming off of a loss to literally Goliath, Michael Morales, and Joaquin Buckley just did get wrestle fucked by Kamaru Usman. Joaquin Buckley was known as like a good striker, kind of unorthodox. He's good with kicks and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, he's knocked out a bunch of vets like Stephen Thompson. He had that. Why is it not showing the win? I think it was a doctor's stoppage, if I remember right, against Kobe Covington. And then yeah, just he went on a big winning streak. His last loss was in 2022 against Chris Curtis, and I do think that was in a different weight class. Yeah, he fought Imavov in middleweight. Yeah, and then he moved down to welterweight, and he's been on a roll ever since. To be honest, this is one that I genuinely don't know what could happen, because either we could see the same thing we saw against Kamaru Usman and Sean Brady would just wrestle fuck Joaquin Buckley, or we could see Joaquin Buckley improve his wrestling and, stuff all the takedowns of Sean Brady and be able to piece him up on the feet. Sean Brady, oh my gosh, I don't even think y'all know about this. Sean Brady got TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad. Yeah, it's GG's. Straight to the gulag. Joaquin Buckley's winning. Yeah, I feel like, well, I'm praying that Joaquin Buckley is going to be able to come back after that dominant loss that he had and actually improve his wrestling and actually want to be here. I felt like in the Kamaru fight, he didn't want to be there. He was just like, "Oh, I'm fighting Kamaru Usman. Yeah, yeah." And just, I feel like he didn't prepare enough on the wrestling. It looked terrible. But yeah, I'm gonna go Joaquin Buckley. Hopefully, he does improve his wrestling. Like I said, I just hope that he has potential in this division to be good. He was really hyped up going up to the Kamaru Usman fight. I thought that he was gonna beat Kamaru Usman. And Kamaru proved me wrong. But yeah, hopefully, if he loses this fight, then yeah, you're never gonna see me pick Joaquin Buckley ever again. Next fight, I second guess myself whether I should even put this in the video or not. Um, Terrible fight, to be honest. Terrible fight card. Everything about this. The fact that Verna Jandaroba and Tabitha Ricci is the second fight of the entire card makes me want to gag. This is an actual good women's fight, and you're just putting this shit second on a meta Apex card. I don't get it. I I like Verna Jandaroba. I don't know much about Tabitha Ricci, but I don't get why you put number 3 and number 7 ranked, and literally nobody else is ranked. There's 3 ranked people, and you have 2 of them as the second fight of the night. I don't get it. But we got Moicano and Chris Duncan. Right now I'm leaning more towards Moicano winning. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. I don't really care enough about this fight to actually break it down. But Chris Duncan is like a really good boxer. He was piecing up Terrence McKinney in his last fight, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Knocked him out first round, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, he's got good knockout power. And then Renato Moicano, we just saw him have a terrible fight against Beneil Dariush. He's coming off a 2-fight losing streak against Makachev. He got fed to the literal lions. And then Dariush, then he got fed to the bunnies and still lost. So yeah, I just fucked up. But yeah, anyways, I'm just kind of praying that Moicano actually, and Moicano's old. How old is he? I hate that it doesn't say it on here. Fuck, I gotta find another website to use. But yeah, I'm leaning more towards Moicano. I might change to Chris Duncan lately just because Moicano didn't look like he wanted to be there against whatchamacallit, Beneil Dariush. Yeah, it was just a very sloppy performance. I literally stopped watching it halfway through. I was like, dude, fuck this fight. But yeah, man, hopefully I do see Chris Duncan finishing him in the first round, to be honest. That might literally end up being what I go for. Chris Duncan by round 1 KO or round 2. But yeah, man. That's really all for today. We are, oh my gosh, we're so close to Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira too. That is going to be my next video. The predictions on the May card, of the whole main card of that night, that fucking numbered fight. I hate calling it a numbered fight. I'm gonna keep saying pay-per-view. I don't care. But yeah, man. Let me know which fight you're most ready for. Me personally, it's gotta be Prohaska and Oldberg, 100%. But yeah, man. I appreciate you guys watching. Max Holloway masterclass coming soon. The video is gonna be dropping sometime in a couple days. I don't know. Probably gonna be dropping this on Tuesday, but yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for watching, and yeah, like and subscribe.